starting from here, the extraction that you see. Today we have two notes that are not on the open strings. So starting with G, as we already know is the third string open. Then we have, still on the third string, we have number 2 here. This number, which is not in the circle but is placed very near the note, indicates the finger of the left hand. In this case, number 2. As you remember, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one doesn't exist. So 2 on the second fret of the third string. So third string, finger number 2 on the second fret, and I will play. This is A note or La. So G, open string, I will place my finger number 2 on the second fret, and this is note A. How do I place it? I will not place my thumb here like this. My thumb will stay more or less on the center of the neck. Okay, here, and then I'm going to press. I'm not going to press here on the beginning of the fret. I will try to stay either on the center or towards the bar. As you see here, I have a bar. So here. Okay. I am going also to maintain that C, which allows me to have space here. I'm not going to stay like this with no space here inside. Inside my inner palm, I'm going to have always, thanks to the C letter, I'm going to have space. So I'm going to press. I will not try to press hard. I will press just a little bit. Then here we have, we already know, open string, second open string B. And in the same second open, in the same string, I'm going to have the C note, which this time is with 1. Finger number 1 on the fret number 1, second string. Okay, let me repeat it. G, open string, third one. Then A, going with the second fret with the second finger. B, open string. And C, first finger with on the first fret. And therefore, those 4 notes, we are going to encounter them here in all the first exercise of the day. Notice that we have on the first bar, we can already read that we are still in 4 quarters, means 4 beats per measure. We are going to start directly with the G note, the third open string, counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, quarter notes, alternating the right hand fingering. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Going next measure, now I have the A note, which was this one, okay, third string with second finger on the second fret, and I am going to apply here. I'm going to play with I, 1 and 2, and now with the M, 3 and 4. Going next, 1, same note, 1 and 2, and now quarter note of the same note, 3 and 4. Second line, measure number 5. I still have the A note, starting with the M this time. I mean this finger of the right hand, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again, only A notes with this time quarter note each. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I go back to the open string, the third open string, G, starting with the middle finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Still G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Measure number 9, still G note with the index finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back to A, I place my second finger on the second fret, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next measure, back to the second string, open string, note B, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Now we have a new note, it's C. As you remember, second string, first fret, first finger, and I will play 3 and 4. Measure number 13, still C note with the first finger on the first fret, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, back to the C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Last note is a whole note, C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When you study this at home, please do it very slow and always check up the instruction here, just to make sure you are on the right note and you can play it. Try always to see this, to follow this alternation of the fingers of the right hand. It's very important. I cannot stress you enough about alternating the fingers on the right hand. Please don't do the mistake of learning to play only with one finger. If you notice that you are doing it, just go much slower in order to give yourself the possibility to going back to using alternating fingers. Let's go to the exercise number 2 of the day. We start from half note G, open string, 1 and 2, now quarter notes, 3 and 4. Now we have A, still on the third string with second finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next measure, back to the G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Last measure, whole note with the A and playing it with the M, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next line, we have G note, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Back to the A, same string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now B note, second string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Last line, measure number 5. We have a C note here, second string with finger number 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next measure, B note, second string, open string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. C note, 1 and 2, B, 3 and 4. We end it with the C note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As you see, you have all the details written. When, for example, we have A note, we recognize it because it has number 2 here, so second finger with the left hand. When you have, for example, here a C note, we have 1, so it's very easy to recognize. Okay, keep in mind there is a big difference between the number inside the circle and the number near the note. This one means indicate the strings, and this one indicate the fingering of the left hand. Thank you so much for these lessons. I hope you have understood very well what is about the two notes that we have learned and how we have introduced with our left hand. If you want to have a private lesson with me in order to check if everything is okay, I will leave you the link down below in the description of this video. Thank you so much and see you next time. Ciao ciao.